Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a little while since I did a talky chatty video. I hope you're in for a long one because this is bound to be quite a long video. And the reason why is because I will be answering questions that I got because I asked you if you want to know some things about me, like doing a Q&A on my Instagram and Facebook account, and I did get some questions. So I thought it would be nice to make a little comeback on YouTube because I know I haven't been around that much, and do a Q&A and tell you a little live update and then answer the questions that I got while working in my journal, doing some really simple stuff like adding pictures to pages I already put in there. And this cute little TN is lying here because I'm also working in this one for Journal Your December. It's November now, but December is coming, and I will be doing the Journal Your December challenge together with Ilse Kleijer from Ik Met Liefde, and we made 31 prompts to journal about in December, and this is the TN I'm using to do my journaling in. And as you can see, it's really cute with all this stuff, and it's also an example for the Journal Your December workshop that I will be teaching together with Ilse at Hobby Vision in Reizen, the Netherlands. So if you aren't joining us yet, please be quick to do so, because there are only a few spots left, and it's going to be such a cool December party on November the 30th of 2019. So I really wanted to show you this little one that I will be lying here. And now it's time for this journal, because this is what I will be working in this video. I won't be giving too much explanation of the things I'm doing. I will be mostly putting pictures on my spreads and answering those questions that you had for me. I'm working in my Let's Get Started journal. This is a button that I got in the Let's Get Started kit. It's a year's worth of journaling, and Ilse Kleijer is hosting it this year. It's her first year of hosting it, and of course I'm a part of the group because I really support the things she does. And this will be my Let's Get Started journal. If you want to know more about Let's Get Started, I will post a link with all info in the box below the video, so you can go there and read everything about Let's Get Started. And I'm working in my blue, it's called Storm, Elizabeth Croft design planner, because that's one of my favorite sizes planners for journaling in. So that's what I'm doing. Here are some of the things I already prepped. I already prepped this journal with all kinds of papers, and as you can see, there are some pictures that I printed that have to be put in this journal. So that's what we will be doing in this video. And yes, let's start with the reason I haven't been on YouTube that much. I think I only posted a video about my stamp sets, and then the vellum TN insert, or I actually did a video about my summer journal, I guess. but next to that I didn't do that much, and mostly that's because of all the design teamwork, designing the stamp sets live, because I'm also a mother and I also have a daytime job that I'm that I'm quite busy with. And next to that I have to plan my workshops. I do events where I teach workshops, and then there is also YouTube. So YouTube isn't my core business, if you would say it like that. So it just doesn't come at the first. It isn't my first priority. That's what I wanted to tell you. And that's one of the reasons why I haven't been on YouTube that much. But I'm really proud to say that the stamps are going so well, and I'm so busy with all my workshops and events that I get asked for. I give workshops now in several stores in the Netherlands, and I actually decided to do only one event or workshop weekend per month in 2020, because I just can't handle to do more with all the design work that's still coming, and with all the preparation that goes into the workshops, because I do prep my workshops quite well, I must say, and that's something I totally want to keep doing. I also always give all participants a really cool journal kit with all kinds of supplies to use while teaching the workshop. And then yeah, I don't want to give up on that quality, so then you have to make some decisions, and I decided to do only one event. And if I have an event, there won't be an extra workshop, and in the months I don't have any events, I will do workshops. So that's my plan for 2020, and let's see how that goes. And I hope that makes that I have some time to actually journal myself, or to make some YouTube videos like this one. So that's my story, I guess. I printed these pictures about a workshop I did together with Ilse about a mini journal, and I made this collage in Unfold. It's app to make Instagram stories, but I really like how this looks, so I print them on my Canon selfie, and then I use it in my journal. And this is actually a folder I got from Ilse, and I thought it would be nice to use that in my journal. And this is in the Let's Get Started kit. This is one of her girls that she drew a while ago, and then I will put this in here with this picture, and then I can put the date on the tag. That's what I was going to do. And then this picture will go a little more in the back, like here, because here I have some pictures of a demo day I did in another store here in the Netherlands. This is at Do a Ding. So this picture belongs with this, and I will put that on this page. But first I will go in here to glue that on here. I actually was in doubt to do a little stenciling with modeling paste, but this front piece doesn't need that much of work, so I will only be doing this, and then I will do some hole reinforcers, I guess. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. This is a girl I drew a couple of weeks ago. So let's go to the Q&A questions. Lisa asked me to name my 5 favorite tools or products that I work with, I guess. Well, when you think, oh, 5, I can easily name 5. Yes, I can easily name 5, but I can also easily name 10. So when I have to choose 5, that's actually not that much, because when I thought about it, I do use a lot of products. So of course, watercolors, that will always be my #1 supply, I think, because watercolors are almost on all my pages, and I really enjoy using watercolors the most. And then I think modeling paste, because to add structure on my pages, I quite often use modeling paste with a stencil, and I think you get a really nice and quick effect with using modeling paste. So I think that's one of my favorites as well. Then of course my Big Shot, because since I'm in the Planner Essentials design team by Elizabeth Croft, I'm all into die cutting. I never used a die cut before I was in the design team, but since then, oh man, I love die cutting. I really enjoy using die cuts in my journal, so I think that would be my #3. Something I would really miss when journaling, that would be my little Tim Holtz scissor. This isn't a little one, but I also have the little one that I use to cut out all my little pieces, and when I cut out my stems, I always use a little scissor from Tim Holtz, so that I really wouldn't want to journal without that one. And then I'm already at 5, and I think that my #5 would be a black fine liner, because that's something I can do a lot with while journaling. So the fine liner would be my #5, I think. But then I wouldn't have any stamps or inks but okay. As I said, it's a hard choice to only name 5. But I think that would be it. The watercolor, the modeling paste, the Big Shot, my Tim Holtz scissors, and a fine liner. So I hope that's good for you, Lisa. Margriet asked me if I think about a layout or a color for my pages on forehand, or that I make them just like they come, like the way I'm feeling on the moment. And that's actually a pretty good question, because I thought about that one, and I think most of the time I kind of have a plan about where I want a page to go, but it actually never works out exactly that way, because most of the time while working on the page I make some other decisions, or I think some things would look better when I do it a little bit different. So most of the time I start with an idea in my head, like we did with these pages, and then while I'm working on it I think now this looks better. And actually I really enjoy that I can do that I can leave that image that I had in my head behind me, because if I wouldn't be able to do that I would always be, I think I wouldn't like my pages as much, because they never turned out the way I thought they would. So that's it. The colors, mostly that's the way I'm feeling on the moment, because I don't really think in colors, like I have to make this page in this color. No, I don't actually. I tend to go with the same colors, but here I wanted to challenge myself with using a more purple, so that's what I did, and that's something I do. I would challenge myself to use other colors, because I tend to go with blues or greens a lot. So sometimes I challenge myself to use a different color, and most of the times that when I use a different color it's purple. Yes, that's something I do, but I don't really on forehand decide what a page should look like, or what color I'm going to use. Okay. Simone wanted to see how I color my images, like with my stamps, I guess. That would be another video. I think I should do a live video about coloring in stamps. I did a short workshops on Creado, not last weekend but the weekend before, just about showing people how to use watercolors and some quick tips and tricks on how to get that dark and light effects with watercolor. And it's not that hard, but you have to practice it. And we did short workshops, 45 minutes, and you really could see that people would do like 2 or 3 images, and the second or third image was so much better than the first image that they did. So that was really cool to see that. And then you have to practice some more and more, because you really have to get used to using watercolors. It's something that yeah, takes a little practice to use. So I promise Simone I will do a live video on coloring in images, because then this would take even longer. These are actually some workshop examples from Paper Passion. That's an event that I taught workshops for 3 days, and these 3 pages, this one, and the chunky pocket, these were my workshop examples. So now I wanted to use these examples in this Let's Get Started journal, and the theme in this journal will be all about my workshops and design work and all that fun stuff. And I will journal about that for a year long, and so I thought that would be a nice journal to keep all my workshop examples in, so I can look back at it and see what I did for my workshops. in 2019 and 2020. So then this one has to be replaced because it was taken out so much during my workshops that it actually didn't survive completely. So I will replace that with a new die. This is a picture of my workspace at Do a Ding while giving demos with my stamps and with the Planner Essential supplies. So that I will put in there. And then I have this picture. Let's see. This one. This is on the made by someone at Do a Ding of me telling about the products. And then Els van der Burgt from Elizabeth Craft Designs, she asked me a question as well on Facebook. Thank you, Els. And she asked me if I'm planning on doing more design work, and Els obviously knows, so that's a little joke from her side. And yes, I am working with Elizabeth Craft on new products, not only stamps but some more products. We will be coming out with some really fun new stuff, and we're planning on doing that in January 2020, and I'm working on that actually on this moment with designing new stuff, and a little sneak by telling you that I'm not doing that on my own. We will do a release, a two-person release. Now, without telling you who that second person is, I think you could probably guess who that is, but I'm actually curious if you can guess who that is. So leave a comment underneath this video to tell me if you know who that second person is, with who I'm designing some cool new stuff for you guys. I'm thinking about using this picture here, and then maybe I will put a die behind that or something like it. This needs a little more, not only this picture, because on the front we have all this fun stuff going on, and then we don't want to make the background real boring. So this will need a little bit more work. So I will be going on with cutting out these pictures, because these are all pictures from Paper Passion. As I already told you, that's the event I did in Tilburg, and I will be placing all these pictures in this chunky journal pocket, because I think it's fun if I would place them in here, because there are quite a lot of pictures. It's a 3-day event, so I have some cool pictures about the workshops with Ilse and Edith, some of my hotel room and my walk to the to where the event took place. So I really want to keep all those pictures in this journal as well. On Instagram, I got a question about how many years I'm teaching workshops now. And actually, I'm not really teaching workshops that long, because I was thinking in September 2018, so that's a little over a year now, I thought my first workshop completely for myself. I did teach some workshops for a store called Scrap Delight here in the Netherlands. That's where my teaching adventure started. That's where journaling started for me. And then I was in their design team, and I did a few workshops. Actually, most of them were online workshops. So I did some workshops for them before, but when I quit the design team because I wanted to work for myself and be able to do some other stuff I just wanted to do it on my own. And then I did my first workshops at the Passion for Planner event in September 2018. So that's actually not even that long. Can't believe how much happened in that year. Really a lot happened. It's actually cool to think about all the things that happened in only 1 year. Then someone also asked how long I'm journaling. I thought that would be a question that would fit the question before about how long I'm teaching workshops. I'm actually journaling. I scrolled back on my Instagram account and I saw that my first post with a planner, or with only using washi tapes, was in January of 2016. So that would be almost 4 years. And then I was just discovering planners, washi tapes, and that kind of stuff. And in March of 2016, I did a bullet journal workshop at Scrap Delight. And that's when I started using a bullet journal, and I started using some watercolors, really simple, just splashing on some colors. But that's like 3.5 years now that I'm journaling, and it's actually quite fun to look back at that at those first journaling pictures of yourself. You really should do that sometimes. Maybe it's cool if I would insert a picture of my first journal spread in a traveler's notebook from like say 3.5 years ago, so you can see what I did then and how my pages look now. So you can see the difference between then and now, because I think there's a really big difference. So I will insert that picture right here. Really different, don't you think? And then let's go to the last question that I got from someone on Instagram, and that's a question on where I get my inspiration from. That's actually a cool question, because I think every now and then we all lack of inspiration. Then you really don't know where to journal about, and it's always cool to get some new ideas and to hear from other people where they get their inspiration from. So for me, actually, it's from my creative friends, mostly from the things that I see on their accounts. I do follow some people I think make really cool stuff on Instagram. I'm actually not that big of a Pinterest user. I know a lot of people get all their inspiration from Pinterest, but I don't know why, but that's just not an app that I use that much. I do use it now to collect some ideas for our new art journal line, because you want to see colors, you want to make some mood boards for that, and then Pinterest really comes in handy. But I just don't know why I'm not a big Pinterest user for my journal inspiration. I think this is a cute picture to put in this pocket, don't you think? And when I put this picture behind it, it kind of disappears. So I think this might go better in here, just to see them peeking out. And then I have this picture in here, and I can actually do some journaling in white on this black tag. I think that does look cool, don't you think? So I'm going to glue this picture on here. Yeah. So yes, I actually do get a lot of my inspiration from my creative friends. As you know, I do quite some workshops together with Ilse Kleijer from Ik met Liefde, and we do have a lot of contact through WhatsApp, because we don't live nearby each other. And then we show each other new things we're doing, we're showing each other new ideas, we show each other new products that we see online, or something we saw on the Instagram, on the accounts that we are following. So there's a lot of inspiration that comes from the internet. And then from YouTube, of course. But I have to say that YouTube, I'm not making a lot of videos, but I'm actually not watching a lot of videos at the moment. It's a lack of time, I guess, but also, to be honest, and everyone has their own things that they like, so I don't want to judge or want to tell that the one thing is better than the other, but I just don't like watching videos with only music in them. Then I just can't watch them that long, because after like 2 minutes I think, okay, and next. So when it's a video with only music, then I'm not watching it. And most videos that are posted lately are videos that are sped up and with music underneath it. So that's, I guess, the reason why I'm not watching a lot of YouTube. But I really would like to know if you guys like that kind of videos, because I might like a chatty video or a long video with a full process in it, but maybe you guys think, please do like 4, 5, 6 minute videos with only music underneath and get the things done and then over to the next one. If that's something you would like more than a chatty video, please tell me, because maybe it's just me, and maybe I should make those kinds of videos as well for you guys. So I really would like to know. I think this is finished. I'm going to do some journaling in this, and then I'm going to do some modeling paste on the back of this, and then I think some stamping. This is already finished, and I have to print out the pictures of Paper Passion to go on there, because this was the example that I made for my workshop at Paper Passion. This was an example of the workshop I did together with Ilse at Paper Passion. So here I will put a picture of that on the back. And then this doesn't need a picture. This is a picture of the demo dag at Hobby Vision. I already finished that. This is the demo dag at Do a Ding, and I have to put this on there as well. And then I have the workshops at Paper Passion in my chunky journal pocket that's finished like this, with the pictures in there as well. This is just a drawing I did, but never really got a finished page out of that, so I have to finish that one as well. And I guess that's all I will be doing. You didn't see much journaling. You only really saw me talking and flipping through a journal and cutting out pictures. That wasn't really so much fun to look at, I guess. But I hope you enjoyed listening to the answers of the questions and flipping through this Let's Get Started journal, so you could get started yourself and get your journals filled with some fun stuff. I promise you next video will be a process video, and I will just wait to see what you guys think about chatty videos or just videos with music underneath it. And then my next video will be something that you guys would like to see. Probably a video of me coloring in some stamps, I think. So I thank you now for watching this video, and I hope to see you soon next time. Bye bye!